Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I can't make this up. There's a new development for the U.S. terror watch list. I'm getting this from M Live out of Michigan. There is now a 7-month-old child on the U.S. terror watch list, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot make this up if I tried. I'll show you the quick picture. Infant placed on terror watch list. 18 people sue government over unconstitutional database. I'm scrolling, hang on. So, I'm trying to find the name of the kid. So anyways, the people doing this is CARE Michigan, which is a Muslim advocacy group. I don't really want to focus on them, but this did actually happen in Michigan. The group is headed by Michael Coleman out of Farmington Hills, Michigan. I'm trying to see if they mention the name of the kid. Okay, so due to the situation, they're not naming the child. They're calling him where is it? Baby Doe, wherever it is. I can find it over here. Oh, here it is. Baby Doe in the lawsuit. So I don't know so much about this, but whoever did do this did put them in with a background of what looked like the ISIS flag. So, I don't care so much about religion or anything else, but, the old saying kind of goes true, you do stupid shit, you win stupid prizes. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security in 2007 established a way to challenge the watch list inclusion called the Traveler Redress Inquiry Program, or TRIP, after government audit showed that the Terrorist Screening Center database contained inaccurate information. It's always inaccurate, ladies and gentlemen. So if you think you're on it, ladies and gentlemen, I'm certain there's a way you can at least potentially get off. Now, this is what I've heard, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, I'm a former resident of Dearborn. I should have at least some inside knowledge into this. This is what I understand. You can spend nearly... Sorry, I didn't mean to leave that up. You can spend nearly tens of thousands of dollars getting your name removed, and the government just goes ahead and waits for the next little nuance of info, and they can just re-add you. And that's that. So this is something you would be fighting for probably the remaining years of your life. Because getting your name on it is pretty much easy. I'm probably on it based on the fact that I used to take pilot lessons. I would imagine that alone tripped it. And that's nearly harmless since I don't even go near airports or anything anymore. Unless I have to, take a plane out, or one of my buddies is flying out or something. Or wanting me to, get certified in a certain aircraft or something, which I haven't done in a while. So I really do need to get my pilot's license just for the hell of it. But none of my buddies in Michigan have their planes anymore that I'm aware of, so it's a lot harder for me to actually get airtime. So the baby's name is not being named for probably enough reasons that you and I would say, yeah, okay, I understand. Baby Doe, basically his only crime was that he was born in an American Muslim family. Said Masri, I believe it was the name of one of the attorneys. One of the lawsuits filed Tuesday calls for a judge to declare the current practices of the Terrorist Screening Center unconstitutional in order for the government to provide people on the watch list a way to find out why they are listed and contest their inclusion. I completely agree. I'm certain I make comments all the time that probably places me on it, but not like kill these guys and go do that and let's go XYZ these people. I don't do that. I'm sure I'm on there for inflammatory speech and stuff of that nature. However, as you've known, I've never really gone against gays or Muslims or Jews or Christians or anyone who really, one thing or another. I heard one person was ranting on here, is probably a cop watching this, said I was a Nazi supporter and all this other shit. I'm like, just because you make a comment does not mean you necessarily support everything all the time. And what I basically said was, with the way the country's going, if Trump did win and did open basically the FEMA camps for the liberals, I really wouldn't give a flying shit. Until, the smokestacks start working and, they don't get like a 6-week or 6-month sentence and then go home. Then, yeah, I would, but that's not inflammatory where I support Nazism. So, is what it is. They're gonna put everything to make sure everybody has a spy or two in the neighborhood watching you and everything else. So, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, there's now a 7-month-old on the U.S. terror watch list. I guess it would help if you didn't have an ISIS flag in the background. Just a thought. I mean, those guys are militants in another country, and to have that flag alone would probably be, slightly illegal. I'm almost certain if that was a rebel flag, and they really wanted to do it, that child could be taken away, but I highly doubt they would take away that child. See, I don't know if that's the ISIS flag or not. That could be another flag for Saudi Arabia. And there's a couple different ones. And to be honest, I can't tell the difference because I never really learned Arabic when I was in Dearborn. A little bit here and there, but not enough to read anything. But I believe that is the actual ISIS flag, which makes me wonder why, But anyways, you guys get the idea on this. There's a 7-month-old now on the U.S. terror watch list. And you can try to get off it as much as you want, ladies and gentlemen. You can spend the money to have attorneys do it, whatever they want to do in the background. File all kinds of things. But in the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, if they want you on the list, as soon as the lawyer leaves and you leave the courtroom, in about a day or two, they could probably just put you back on the list. I mean, you're on there for one group of things. They can easily add you for something else, ladies and gentlemen. So it is almost pointless if you live in the United States, unless you really have, something where it's like, oh yeah, that's kind of screwed up. But in your day-to-day, I wouldn't give a flying shit. I mean, let them. I don't support any of these groups. I don't finance them. I don't say I'm going to do anything with my money. Oh yeah, I say I'm going to walk out some bad politicians and stuff, but that's not with guns and stuff. I just walk into their office and, empty their shit into a box, put it by their car, and say, don't go back in there. Thank you. And that would be that. So, ladies and gentlemen, 7-month-old baby now on the U.S. terror watch list. Sad times. Oh, I'm going to put this with it. This is how to redact if you are on the list. Let's see here. Okay, so this is the top part. Redacted for public release. In other words, redacted means not necessarily released for public release. What it means is basically they shortened it, which means they took out all the law enforcement information and stuff and the reasons that would actually allow you to stay off it. But this is follow-up audit of the Terrorist Screening Center. Not going to read it all, but you go through here, I'm certain you can find out how and why you can get off it if you are actually on it. I would go ahead and file it for myself if I was on it, but like I said, I could spend money, you could spend money, and the next day or two they could probably find another list of reasons why you need to be on it. And basically, they would say, well, we did take them off. This is the form showing we took them off. But on day 2 of being off, he said something inflammatory or something else that basically put your name back on. I'm sorry. So basically, you'd be just back on it, and then they'd have the same people doing the same shit. But I'm probably in the redneck category, not in the Islamic terror group. Hopefully. All right, guys. Take care.